Hello, my name is MegaNova, and we are once again talking about Shield Hero.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, so what did you think of this second episode?
Are we going in strong indeed.
Yes?
Well, I will say it was better than the first episode, in my opinion.
I think so too.
Yeah. In the first few minutes, I actually thought maybe this will get decent. Because he was basically just being borderline evil.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't care, just tell me, like, hit this fucking thing. And do it, I command you. And the blacksmith is just in the background looking on, being like, oh, this is a bit dodgy, isn't it? So basically, I'm thinking, oh, well, maybe I can just ignore the whole isekai thing and just pretend that he's some asshole from another country. Because he's really acting unlike his loser otaku self.
There was one thing that the blacksmith guy said that sounded a bit odd to me, though.
What did he say?
I think it was... Oh, what was it? Like, it was something about, Is it the town doing this to him, or is he just getting corrupted? And I'm like, isn't that the same thing?
I think what he meant was is the city fucking him up, or is he just a nasty piece of work to begin with?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's just a bit of a clumsy translation.
Yeah, that might be. Because it didn't really make sense the way it was worded in the subtitles.
Yeah. Well, he bought the little girl, Raftalia.
Yeah. And she is adorable.
She's whatever she is. She's sad.
I really enjoyed watching them bond throughout the episode. Like,
I guess they did.
I mean, yeah, of course, sure, there is still the whole master-slave thing, but...
I mean, we've already waved that away with, but he treats her nice.
Yes.
So,
I mean...
That is no longer a moral conundrum, it seems.
He still does use the whole ordering thing a couple times, where she gets shocked because he's ordering her to do something and she's refusing.
I mean, I don't know if it directing or whatever, but it seemed more like coincidental, like he forgot it. Like he forgot about the shock, so he's like, please, I fucking order you, and she's like,
I'm not sure about that, but maybe.
I don't know, maybe that was just me. Because the second time in the cave in the ending, when rushing through this, when he basically stops the shocking by telling her, actually.
Yeah, it's like he's finally, you know what? Fuck it. It doesn't help that I keep giving orders. It's just it has to be like herself that realizes that she has to do something. Basically,
there is really no structure this time. Oh well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, he buys her. Let's get back to the beginning.
Yes.
Then.
Yes.
He buys her, he gets her a sword and forces her to stab the angry balloon.
Yes.
And
he realizes they share XP.
Yeah, they share experience.
Yeah, because...
So when she stabs something, he gets stronger as well.
Yeah, exactly. Which, is useful.
Yeah. It was kind of... How should I put it? Like, he starts out as this pretty nasty in the beginning, I will.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. He seems to start mellowing out a little bit towards the end.
Towards the end, it's practically immediately, like, the moment they go to eat, he's like, oh, I bought you that because you look like you wanted it. Because he buys her
but he was
still... some other kids want.
But he was still trying to be all tough guy about it.
Yeah, he was still sulking, and then he bought her a ball because she saw some kids play with him.
Yeah.
And he gives her medicine when he's ill and like hugs her and tells her everything will be okay when she has nightmares.
Yeah.
Also, I gotta say,
that was a pretty rough nightmare, though.
Yeah, although I couldn't really concentrate Eight on the nightmare, I was just thinking about how did she survive that fall?
Yeah, I was honestly wondering about that too. But then I thought back to Pirates of the Caribbean, where you have fucking Elizabeth Swann falling while she's half choking on her fucking corset from God's know how high, and she somehow lived through that. So, I mean...
Double negative. I mean, not like a criticism. Not like a criticism.
No, I know.
It's not an actual plot hole. It's just a bit silly.
Yeah.
In my opinion, at the very least.
But
oh well. Her parents at the very least got munched by a 3-headed dog. So
yeah,
that's sad.
that was pretty rough.
Yeah.
Also, yeah.
Did I mention this last time?
What?
Because when we have her flashback to her talking with her parents before they got munched, one of them, when she hears that he's the shield hero, one of them mentioned that the shield hero.
Oh yeah, the shield hero was especially nice to demi-humans. Yes.
Yeah, and it was like, of course, he's some savior of the downtrodden.
Oh yes.
By virtue of complete coincidence,
I guess. Or maybe it is just somehow that every shield hero is just nice to demi-humans for whatever reason. I don't know.
I mean, it's because the normal people's a dick to them from the get-go.
Apparently.
I mean, that's a self-fulfilling prophecy if I ever heard one.
Yeah, I was about to say that would actually make sense, I guess, since demi-humans seems to generally be discriminated against, and the shield hero is generally discriminated against. So it would make sense if the shield hero would find solace in the demi-humans.
Yeah, but chicken or egg?
Well, I mean, all we know here is just that this guy knows that the shield hero used to be nice to them. So, yeah, that's...
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. He goes and he buys stuff and he makes a really dumb-looking shield out of rope.
Rope shield! I will say though, I really like the like upgrade system we get a peek at whenever he's like fiddling with his shield and stuff. His basically like his talent system.
Not gonna lie, it looks pretty neat actually. It's like, yeah, that's clever. I want to see what he can upgrade it into.
Yeah, like I love whenever you get to see him getting new upgrades and see what they do and what he can do with them and such.
Basically spurking out over menus.
Yes.
Talent trees. Yeah. That's nice. That's one of the things that...
I have unlocked more talent points! Basically.
Not a lot actually happens in this episode. Well, both a lot and not a lot happens.
Yeah, well, I mean...
Once with the girl, they go out to stab monsters and eat food.
Yeah, pretty much. And we get to know her backstory.
Yeah. She lived in a village and her parents got chomped.
Yes. And...
That's about it.
And then he's like, well, we gotta go to other places too, because we can't just stay in this one city all the time. We gotta go...
There's a bit with the rabbit where she doesn't want to kill it because she's afraid of blood, and he's like, kill it, and she's like, no, and then he shouts, kill it, even louder, and then she's like, okay, and then she stabs it, and then she's okay with blood.
Yeah, but I mean, I get where she's coming from. She
yeah.
It's not like she's had it easy, and I mean, she is, for all intents and purposes right now, she is still a kid. Like,
yeah, she's going to magic into an adult because
apparently at some point,
maybe she's it's gonna be a transformation and she's gonna turn into a sexy lady of above the age of consent.
Oh yes, so they can burn at some point, but not right now. Right now she's just for head pats. And we do get to see her get head patted too, so that's good. This show obviously know what it's doing.
Hold the key way down.
Yep.
But anyway,
Yeah.
Essentially, they just kill monsters and food.
And he finds out he can make medicine with his shield.
Yeah, he can make stuff with his.
Yeah.
So in the end, they go to a mine because dash quick because.
Yeah, like they go to that other town, and he's like, "Hey, how can I make some quick, easy money? Oh, there's stuff in the mine, but there's also monsters there, so you're gonna go kill them first." So they do.
Yeah, so they meet. They go to mine stuff, but then a two-headed dog attacks them.
Yes, and she gets trauma because it's
a very long neck dog.
Yes, long neck.
Yeah, so she gets trauma and it jumps on Shield Hero.
Yeah, and
he actually bleeds this time.
Yeah, but this was also a level 15 monster. So
she still kills it in 2 hits, so.
Yeah, but we'll just chop that up to being critical hits.
Yeah, nat 20s.
She got a couple good crits in. I guess because he basically stunned it.
And he gives the most light novel protagonist speech to her while holding it off that I think I've ever heard. Or like, oh, just run away. You don't have to do anything you don't want to. I'll hold it off so you can survive.
Yeah, he changed his tune a little bit because with the rabbit he was just like, well, if you don't do it, I'll just fucking replace you.
Yeah. I mean, for all this talk of being a dark anti-hero, he's already willing to sacrifice his life to save someone else.
I mean, I guess that counts with the territory of being the shield hero. He's mostly defensive, right? So he's all about protecting people. He should be, anyways. No.
But he's the hero that needs to survive, and even him fucking dying kind of runs against his whole motivation.
Yeah.
Because that dog was chomping him real hardcore.
It was, and as he also said, because of the contract they have, if he dies, she also dies.
That whole thing seemed a bit dodgy, to be honest.
Yeah, a little bit.
So basically, she gets courage, she stabs the dog in the face and then in the chest and it dies.
And they get a bunch of XP. She gets, what is 430 XP and he gets 340. I don't know why the difference. Maybe because she did...
I don't know.
That seems weird. Like, I would say, because she did the most of the damage, but he tanked a lot of the damage too, so...
A jump pretty big.
Quite a bit.
Yeah. Really a lot of stuff didn't happen this episode.
I mean, kind of a lot of stuff did happen. More like the interpersonal relationship between our two main characters. But not a whole lot of like story progression happened, I guess.
Yeah, most of them, aside from their big moments like her stabbing the rabbit and him buying her at the slave market.
Yeah.
Most of it was montaged, like shots of them eating food and going to hit more angry balloons.
Yeah, I guess. And we saw she reached level 3.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what level he is. I'm not sure if we got to see that. We probably did, and I just missed it. We could probably have seen it in one of the times where we see his heads-up display thing. But there's always so much information up on those, so I didn't really see all of it, I guess.
I gave up on trying to follow the heads-up display almost immediately.
Sometimes
like most of this is just nonsense. It's just like +1, +2 new skill.
Yeah, sometimes I'll pause it to read some of it, but not that often. Like when he got a contract with her, I paused it, and it was like, oh, she can't disobey, or else stuff happens, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm still very interested to see what will happen with the whole slave trade thing. Like, I still think at some point he's gonna go in and like raid that guy's shit and just free everyone or something.
Probably in the episode.
I don't think it will be that early, but at some point I'm pretty sure it will happen.
I'm joking. I'm just pretty much already gotten over all his angst and made friends. Like,
I mean, we do get to see him smile at the end. When he makes a little Japanese flag for her kids' meal.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that bit of fucking imperialism.
You can't have a proper kids' meal without this, and then he just makes a little red dot on the flag. It's like, look, Japan! Yeah.
I'm almost sad that we didn't get to see her reaction. Just like, what the fuck is that?
But why should I care? What does this mean?
Fair enough, dude.
Sure, okay, I'll just roll with it. Just her sitting there looking utterly confused.
It's not even her birthday.
No, it's just, but it's just like a general kids meal thing in Japan. Apparently, that you get a flag.
Do they put Japanese flags in the? Apparently,
they do. I guess
that seems really odd. Maybe she's just stricken by the inherent nobility of the flag.
No, I guess it's. I think it is like a general thing for kids' meals in Japan that they do that.
Remember your origins, child.
Oh god.
I don't know anything about kids' meals in Japan. So I know you get a piece of toy with a Happy Meal, but
yeah, but
about it.
I mean, I read a few of the comments under the episode, and there were a few people who were like asking the same, like, well, what's up with that? And there were some people who were like, yeah, that's just a general thing with kids' meals in Japan.
Fair enough.
So,
well, I guess that makes sense. It doesn't make it any less weird, but
no, but yeah, that's just how it be sometimes. Yeah.
What about the OP? What did you think of that?
It's okay. Not like too terribly interesting. It was pretty by the numbers. Not terrible. The song was pretty catchy.
Yeah. It had a rap bit in it.
Yeah, I gotta say I was a bit surprised by that.
Yeah.
But it sounded fine. I don't hate it. I don't super love it either. It's like
I did appreciate that. One thing I will say that that made me hopeful for the future.
Yes.
Is in the opening when you see the other heroes. They are sort of juxtaposed like him. They're shown with their parties. They're shown fighting. We don't get any ominous shots of them making evil faces.
True. The only one we get to see that with is a gold digger from the first episode.
Her name is Mine.
Yes, I'm just gonna refer to her as the gold digger.
Slow down. Anyways, it gives me some hope that they aren't just going to be mustached twirling villains.
Yeah, like hopefully maybe they'll like get there. Maybe they get woke.
Maybe they what?
Maybe they get woke just like our boy Shield Hero. He will red pill all of them.
Please no. Oh well, but yeah. So that's something.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really think about that, but yeah, that's right. I will give them that. They could have easily done that to just make them unequivocally evil.
I mean, we don't know that.
No.
If they're just going to be dickheads and go like, haha, it is my right to be a dickhead because I am a hero and I will now.
Yes, and I am the not shield hero, which makes me better. Because being anything but the shield hero makes you awesome, apparently.
Yeah.
Yes, it seems like it.
Oh well. I guess there isn't really much more to add.
No, that's pretty much it for this episode. I thought it was pretty good. It's looking up for the future of this show. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's moved from cringy to completely by the numbers.
Well, I guess by your metrics, that's at least a bit of an upgrade.
Oh, well, it is a form of upgrade.
Yeah. But yeah, well, I really liked it. Liked it better than the first episode, and I actually did like the first episode, so yeah, that's definitely way forward. So let's hope it keeps its momentum.
Yeah. Well,
let's see if we get some more story progression next time.
Hopefully.
Yes. Oh,
that's just going.
Actually, before we end, there was one kind of funny thing I also want to mention. It's like when he goes into the inn and he's like, "Hey, I want to rent a room." And oh, by the way, my companion screams at night, and it's just, and I was just like, at first I was like, shouldn't you maybe try to explain that it's because she has nightmares? But then I was like, oh, everybody assumes he's a rapist anyway, so who cares?
oh, I didn't think about that at all.
Like that was the first thing that came to mind. It's just like,
what's that poor innkeeper thinking?
That was what I was imagining. The innkeeper was thinking, what, he's raping this tiny girl every night?
That's Jesus Christ, I didn't even think about that.
I guess I have my mind more in the gutter than you then.
Apparently.
But yeah, I assume that he didn't even consider that, because it's like, everybody thinks I'm a rapist anyways. Who cares?
I just assumed he did tell him that because he's running that hard ass attitude to get stuff.
Well, I mean, I think it's like a combination of both. But yeah,
well, I don't have anything more to add.
I hope he does mellow out a bit more throughout, which it does seem like he will. So I'm looking forward to that.
Like he's already mellowed out plenty.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
But thanks to everyone who joined us this week for this episode of Shield Hero.
Meandering, rambly episode.
Yes. Thanks for listening to our
more structure.
Thanks for listening to our rambles all over the place.
Yeah.
And
Goodbye.
We will hopefully see you again next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.